I said, books saved my life when I was in middle school. It was the only place that I saw that I wasn't a freak. So I was struggling with gender, I was struggling with, stuff that was happening at home. It was the only place that I could read about the world I wanted to live in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people ended up coming in right after the election. They somehow kind of felt that there was something about this environment that was going to give them a certain moment of peace, a place to kind of recollect their thoughts, but also a place to just sort of talk,
generate a little hope.
And generate a little hope, and they were. I mean, in the end, they really were looking for hope, and many, I think, left with it.
We're a shop that offers books, toys, and gifts that promote a more peaceful, sustainable, and inclusive world.
Everything is centered on sustainability, peacemaking, gender equality, diversity. So when you look at all of the books and even all the materials that are around, they all kind of sort of focus on those particular areas and allow you to explore those areas.
And so I was on my son's campus Tuesday and Wednesday of the election and the day after, and watched the fallout. So if I hadn't had here to come to be able to get some books and be around some like-minded folks that I didn't have to spell everything out or feel defensive, because I've seen people walk in with very different views, and they're welcome, right? So, and that's the world I want to live in.
If you give out enough books to people, I think I'm going to give some more to our Sunday school and say, I hope you're reading these books to the kids, because it's a way to develop compassion, maybe in a world where people don't live close enough to each other to get to know each other. This is all about getting to know people. That's my firm belief.
We have a dear friend who was just here the other day, who believes, and I agree with him, that the shortest distance between two people is a story, and the difference between an enemy and a friend is a story. So, when we pick books, when we pick stories for this place, we choose ones that we hope are going to have that kind of an impact.
Both coming to terms with sexual orientation, but also being Japanese, to be able to see myself in some of the stories would have been really, really helpful.
Yeah. Especially on sexual orientation. There just were no role models. There were no stories that were affirming, or characters that I could look at and say, oh, I could grow up to be that person. Now there's a lot more. There's a lot more. Even with all of the progress we've made, it's still really hard to be different in our society right now.
Two moms raising a son, I want to make sure that he understands how to not, to be his best male, or best self, inclusive of his maleness. So these coloring books, like this one, and then sometimes the spoon runs away with another spoon. That language that saves your life because you're visible. Not every little boy wants to be Superman when he grows up. How awesome is that? I tell Craig and Derrick, this is therapy. I come here and I can get back to what grounds me and connect with who I am.
If you need a dose of hope, you need a dose of calmness and peace, come on in. Let's talk. And from the Jew in the business here to the Presbyterian, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will inherit the kingdom.